Another beautiful night of Champions League football. PSG sent Liverpool packing at Anfield after a penalty shootout. GOG Donnarumma, who failed to step up for them in Paris, delivers them and took them straight into the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League. It was an amazing night, and I would say, in my own opinion, the best team wins because the way PSG plays tonight, they showed the ambition, they showed the belief, and they prevail at Anfield. It is the first game that Liverpool will lose. Despite the fact that it is a penalty shootout, it is the first game they will lose in 5 years at Anfield. In my own, it is an outstanding record for them, and I give it to them. Do you understand? They've been the best in the Champions League and in the Premier League as well. So nobody can take away that from them. And in my own opinion, I think the kind of mistake they make is not going out against PSG in the first leg, thinking that when they come back to Anfield, they are going to open them up. And it is the same way because we saw a relentless Liverpool side who is willing to get all the results tonight, most especially in the first half of the game, whereby Mo Salah had around two brilliant chances in the opening 5 minutes or 6 minutes of the game before PSG also gathered themselves together and started going for it. In my own opinion, I think both teams deserve to be in the quarterfinal, and either side deserved to win this game tonight, but the best team prevailed, which is PSG. In my own opinion, I think Liverpool did all they could just to make sure they get or the victory at Anfield, because if you remember the first leg when they played against PSG in Paris, I said that the game plan for Liverpool was to sit deep and consume and absorb all the pressure and hit PSG on counter attacks, which majority of the time they played lots of long balls, whereby they brought in Darwin Nunez, who helped them to win area balls. They still did the same thing tonight, because tonight it's different. It's different from what they did in Paris. They came all out against PSG just to make sure, trying to get the victory, try to get the goals against PSG. But PSG's defense was solid. Nuno Mendes was fantastic tonight. Marquinhos, all of them defensively they were solid, as well as Liverpool as well. Because even for that mistake that Konate made that resulted into the goal for Ousmane Dembele, I didn't see any flaws from Liverpool's point of view, but that error proved decisive for PSG, and they took the advantage. First and foremost, tonight it was a proper Liverpool game. First leg, as I said earlier, Liverpool conceive all the pressure, they suck in all the pressure and try to make sure like they go away to Anfield maybe with a draw, but luckily for them they got the victory through an error from Avielot towards the ending of the game. And tonight they did all they could just to get the victory and just to get the game going, but it's not meant to be for them. In the first half, I think in the first 10 minutes Liverpool were on constant attack, pressure upon pressure against PSG, and PSG was brilliant defensively because Donnarumma today, he stepped up for them. I would say he stepped up for them because last week it was just a single chance that came to him that scored through Aviello, but this time around he made sure like he did not concede any goal against PSG. And in the 12 minutes, Ousmane Dembele capitalized on Ousmane Dembele's Konate's error to give PSG an equalizing goal, because they were already one goal down on aggregate, and that is 1-1 on the scoreboard. It was a brilliant game from Ousmane Dembele tonight, because first half he played as the top nine, and majority of the time he dropped deep into the midfield to receive the ball, and that opened a whole lot of space for him to attack. And I don't know why any of the central defenders, maybe Virgil van Dijk or Konate, didn't follow him into the midfield, which I think if they had done so, maybe that goal that they considered wouldn't have happened. Because when he stepped out into the midfield to receive the ball, he located he located his teammates on the far right of the field, who made no mistake to put a beautiful cross into the box on the ground. Konate was trying to cut out that pass, but unfortunately for him, Allison was also coming out to claim the ball, which resulted into a collision between himself, Virgil van Dijk, and Allison. And Ousmane Dembele took the best out of that, and he equalized for PSG. And again, in the Bakula in the 60 minutes as well got a fantastic one-on-one opportunity, which I think if he had controlled the ball brilliantly well, he would have had a goal for PSG. But Alisson again, he stepped up, he came out on him and he saved. And again, Dembele also, as I said earlier, he opened Liverpool up even on different occasions that he did that, most especially in the first half. He will step into the midfield to receive the ball, and there will be acres of space for him to play, which I think was a defect from Liverpool's point of view. I think if if it is a centre forward that played against Konate and Virgil van Dijk tonight, I think, in my own opinion, in my own perspective, I think any of them will follow him anywhere he goes, most especially if he wants to receive the ball in the middle of the park. But the free Ousmane Dembele majority of the time just to make that run into the midfield and receive the ball. That gives them some problem. He tried to connect the midfield with his attack, which I think was brilliant for Ousmane Dembele's perspective. And again, it was the pressure that resulted into mistakes for I think for me tonight, Donnarumma also made some kind of mistake, most especially when he is distributing, because the pressure was so intense against him that when he wants to locate his player, he made mistake and he gave the ball away, or he put the ball out of play. So for me personally, I think Liverpool's pressure was so enormous and intense that he made this kind of mistake constantly. But the only mistake that he failed to make tonight was to concede a goal against Liverpool. And again, in the first meaning, Ousmane Dembele as well got a one-on-one chance, which was from a mistake from McAllister. He lost the ball in his own half, and Vitinha played Ousmane Dembele through on goal, which I think the last touch was so bad that it gives Alisson that opportunity to claim that ball, which I think was brilliant from Alisson's perspective. Kvaratskhelia as well also got a beautiful chance in the first half as well, which was also saved by Alisson. And in the second half, I got what seems to be like an equalizing goal in that second half for Liverpool, but it was ruled out for initial offside by Luis Diaz. And as well, Donnarumma's impact, most especially in the second half, was enormous because he stepped up and he made crucial saves for in that game as well. It was overall it was a brilliant game, and the game got into the game got into extra time, and I would say it was PSGs that showed that belief that they want this thing, they want to win, and they constantly pressure Liverpool and they go all out on Liverpool every time they have the ball. They pressurize Liverpool and they got some beautiful chances. And Due got some chances as well, which was saved by Donnarumma, and one nearly ended up in the back of the net, just an inch of the goal, which I think was brilliant. And the game ended in a penalty shootout, which Donnarumma stepped up again to take PSG into the quarterfinal of the game, which I think was fantastic. He saved the penalties from Curtis Jones and Darwin Nunez, which was brilliant by Donnarumma. Penalty wise, Donnarumma is the man. Do you understand? He is the man. I think in 5 penalty shooter that he has faced, he has won 4 prior to this game, and again he stepped up again for PSG tonight and he won the penalty shootout for them. For in my own opinion, I think the mistake that Liverpool made, most especially in that first leg, was not to come out against PSG, which I think if they had done that, maybe just maybe things might have ended it differently for them in the second leg. But you know, the game plan worked for them in the first leg, whereby they walked away with a victory in Paris, but they failed to even put a goal into the back of the net of PSG, which ended the whole thing, which took the game into extra time, eventually into penalty shootout. So all in all, I think Liverpool and PSG, both sides deserve to be in the quarterfinal of the UEFA Champions League. But as I said earlier in the video, I said the best team prevails, which I think was PSG tonight. Well, these are just the things I observed from the game. As a Liverpool fans or PSG fan, you can drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what you think. If you're just coming across this way for the very first time, please do what you like and subscribe. And if you are already, please can smash the like button and drop your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in another episode. And bye for now.